All right, welcome to the broadcast. So this afternoon we begin with the functions of the President under Article 132 of the Constitution. Now, 132.1 states that the President shall A, address the opening of each newly elected Parliament, and that's not our business for this afternoon. Our business exists in B, where it says he'll address a special sitting in Parliament once every year and may address Parliament at any other time. And of course, C elaborates on this. Once every year, he will report in an address to the nation on all the measures taken and the progress achieved in the realization of the national values referred to in Article 10. Well, let's tell you now what Article 10 is about. It just establishes the national values and principles of governance. And of course, the President is expected to talk about other things aside from just the national values, because that's very important. So President Uhuru Kenyatta, as we have said, is this afternoon set to deliver his second last State of the Nation address in a joint sitting of the National Assembly and the Senate. The address is in line with the Constitution, as I have explained, under Article 132B of the Constitution. Now, the President, among other things, is expected to address matters to do with good governance and integrity, as well as democracy. And, of course, the country is gearing up for the 2022 polls. So this address will be very important.
Issues to do with inclusivity, issues to do with human rights, issues to do with sustainable development, even our foreign relations with other nations. So all these are basically the things he'll be expected to address.
We expect the President to completely think out of the box and come up with critical analysis of the challenges bedeviling the nation, like the COVID-19, the drought situation, our preparedness for 2022 general election, and more critically, the emerging security crisis actually in the region, in the Horn and Eastern Africa, especially in Ethiopia and the Sudan.
More reaction on what the President will say straight after he delivers the State of the Nation address, expected to come your way at around 2:30. Of course, there's a lot that you expect the President to say today. In fact, there's a new COVID variant, so he might be talking about that. But expectations are now high as the President is set to deliver the second last State of the Nation address this afternoon. Now, Kenyatta's address comes at a time when the country is grappling with the effects of the global COVID-19 pandemic, ailing economy, election campaigns hitting fever pitch, and the courts are putting brakes on the push to amend the Constitution through the Building Bridges initiative. That's the BBI. Now, the head of state is expected to bring the country up to speed with this administration's commitment as provided for under Article 132 in line with Article 10 of the Constitution in his 8th address to Parliament. Let's speak about this further. Our senior political affairs reporter Patrick Amimo will be covering this for us. He's already in Parliament together with a host of other reporters to see what the President has to say and to get the reaction from other leaders. Patrick, good to see you this afternoon. We know the President is expected. This is in line with the Constitution. However, next year is an election year, that is August 9th. This address is coming in November. Now, once every year is November next year, but you're saying this is the second last. Why is it a second last address, and what are we looking forward to?
Thank you, Mijungu. This will be President Uhuru Kenyatta's second last address and the 8th State of the Nation address since the 2010 Constitution. And what is happening is that it's an annual event. Traditionally, it used to be done between March and May. But in last year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, which was declared a global pandemic, we saw the country go under lockdown with the rest of other nations countrywide. And that's why we saw last year the State of the Nation address was done on November 12th, 2020. And this time round, this particular State of the Nation address is being done on 30th November. We still have that corona effect. And as this President comes to address the nation, we are also just 9 months shy of the general election. The country is also deep in public debt. We are about to do 9 trillion already, approaching our debt ceiling. But now, joining me is Imenti North Member of Parliament, Rahim Dawood, just to share with me on the expectations of the President as he makes his address this afternoon.
I think it's not late for the State of the Nation. and we expect he'll be doing another one before we go to the elections. But we expect him to talk about the COVID stimulus program, if there is a new program which will come out, and as well as the vaccine passport, because it's very important people to be vaccinated. And like the CS Mutahi Kagwe has talked about no services to people who are not vaccinated. It's very important that we get our people vaccinated so that we can fully open our country. The second thing, I think, is the new strain of COVID which has come out. So we need even to see what the president will talk about and the state of our economy. Yes, the economy has not performed as much as it should, but I think we will ask him not to do anything to order closures of this economy, because we cannot afford another closure.
Yes, looking at it, talking about economy and probably the country that we look at the big four agenda, manufacturing, youth employment. It's an issue that is of national interest. It appears that the government has been missing its targets, especially when it comes to giving youth hope. Last year we saw the president say he wants to change the youth from that being depending on the wage to become entrepreneurs. What's your take on this?
Okay, the big four has been affected, yes, but we are still on course to do the houses. We may not be able to do the houses, the 500,000 houses which we were talking about. Regarding youth employment, I think the president has been, it's been an issue all over the world during 2 years of COVID. But yes, we are going to have a new fund which will be called Biashara Fund. And I think if the president can put more money into it, or the youth can get money and do business with that. So not everything is lost in the Big Four. Big Four is still going on, just that it's at a reduced rate, but it will go on. And I hope the president even talks about the politics of the day. It is important that the temperatures cool down for now, because we are having, we still 9 months to the election. And people should wait until we enter the final stretch in May is when they should start campaigns, but not, we have seen 2 early campaigns. So I hope the president will talk about the political implications of early campaigns.
Thank you, Honorable Dawood from Imenti North. Just trying to share with us the President's State of the Nation address and electioneering period. Now, joining me is Kilifi Senator Stewart Mathayo, who is also the Deputy Minority Leader in the Senate. Senator, the President making his 8th State of the Nation address. Your expectations?
Yes. Our expectation is that he's going to disclose quite a lot of goodies that he has prepared for this country. I know he's on his home stretch. It's a challenge. This country has gone through a certain period of challenge, but we are happy that out of all these challenges, we are able to overcome quite a number of challenges. Kenya is now one. We are not seeing any animosity. We are happy about the leadership of the day. We're looking forward for a good State of the Nation address.
And as the Parliament leadership, there are pieces of legislation which you must have to do before maybe the House goes, before we go to the election. How prepared are you to pass those critical legislations before the general election?
Indeed, as you are aware, the Senate has all the best brains in this country, and you can be rest assured that the Senate will do its utmost. Will put all the efforts necessary to ensure all the pending bills are dealt with, and you can take it to the bank that the Senate will be at its best this time. I don't think we need to worry about all those remaining pending bills. We'll work on that. We work as a team now, and we do believe that in the course of so doing, that quite a number of these pending bills will see the light of the day.
Thank you so much, Senator Stewart Mathayo, for your time, especially as we await the State of the Nation address. And now, at Parliament also have my colleague Emmanuel To, who is meeting members of the public, just to get to share with them maybe what they expect from the President when he addresses the nation this afternoon. Emmanuel To, what's happening at your end? bring us up to speed. Good.
Well, a very good afternoon to you. It is only about 80 minutes before that State of the Nation address by President Uhuru Kenyatta right here at the Parliament buildings. And of course, only 100 meters away from the entrance, the Parliament entrance, because of the security reasons. This road has been cordoned off from the public, and only parliamentarians and as well as some of the officials, state officials have been or are allowed to use this road. And as you can see, those are some of the police officers just trying to make sure that security is top-notch here to make sure that that State of the Nation address goes well. And of course, it is the 8th address by President Uhuru Kenyatta and the second last before he exits office next year, August 9th. And of course, I'm joined here by some of the Kenyans who have been waiting patiently to hear what or to predict what President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to talk about. A lot of issues concerning COVID-19 as well as the Big Four agenda. So let me engage them very, very briefly. Anza tuanze tu na wewe, tuambie jina lako ni nani? Leo unatarajia Uhuru Kenyatta atasema nini wakati watakuwa anahutubia taifa?
Kwa majina naitwa Emmanuel Uma, mimi ni mkaji wa Kasarani. Leo kitu imenileta hapa ni kusikia hotuba ya rais. Mimi ni foundation wa Kasarani Acrobat. Aya in town, hawa watu wao mnawajua. So leo nimejileta hapa at least nisikie hotuba ya rais. Nijue next forward anatupanga aje na sisi.
Wewe unataka afanye nini wewe?
Vitu ningependa sana afanye katika hii saa hii watu tuko njaa bana. Hata tukiona maendeleo ya barabara inaendelea, sisi wanaume tunaumia na tumbo. Hii barabara haitatusaidia na tuko njaa. Mheshimiwa tusaidie tu upande wa tumbo kwanza.
Asante. That is one of the Kenyans who are waiting here. Tuonge tu haraka haraka, jina lako, maoni yako kwa haraka haraka. Rais Kenyatta ongelee nini?
Yes, I'm called George Otieno Molo. I come from Migori County. Today I expect the president to address the issue of corruption, the issue of economy. If you look the economy of Kenya, it is diminishing because of the corruption.
Thank you.
Yeah, you find another thing, when you talk of the corruption, I'm requesting him. For example, if I found I'm guilty, I should be charged twice amount I took.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, those are some of the sentiments here in Nairobi as Kenyans express their views concerning the State of the Nation address by President Uhuru Kenyatta in just less than 1 hour, 30 minutes. So that is the much we can report from here. We have to go back to studio. Over to you in studio.
And earlier on, Patrick Amimo Senior for your live reports, and we'll be getting back to them. They have